absolute domination must have been one of Donovan Mitchell's New Year's resolutions. To kick off 2023, the Cleveland Cavaliers guard authored one of the most impressive individual performances in NBA history, dropping 71 points against the Chicago Bulls to etch his name into the record books. So where does this performance rank in the annals of basketball history? And what does Mitchell's unforgettable outburst say about his season on the whole? Let's break it down. Sit back, relax, and take this in. Until recently, when we talked about the best regular season performances in NBA history, we rattled off the same short list of names. Wilt, Kobe, honorable mention to David Robinson and Karl Malone and MJ and James Harden and David Thompson. Then, just after Christmas, Luka Doncic entered the chat with his 60-point, 21-rebound triple-double. And now we have to add Mitchell's name to that list too. The 26-year-old put on a performance for the ages Monday night in Cleveland, dropping 71 points with 11 assists and 8 rebounds to single-handedly propel the Cavs to an overtime victory over the Bulls. You heard that right, 71 points. That's the most in a game by any player since Kobe Bryant famously dropped 81 back in 2006, and it's tied for the 8th most prolific scoring output in NBA history. It's a staggering number on its own, and easily established a new Cavaliers single-game record, shattering the previous high-water mark of 57 shared by LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. But what makes it even more impressive is that A, he did it on almost 79% true shooting, B, 13 of those points came in OT, meaning he scored more than triple the points of the Bulls' entire team in the extra frame, and C, he didn't just score. He also added 11 assists and was 2 rebounds shy of a triple-double. In fact, by game score, a metric that distills a player's total contributions into one handy number, Mitchell's display against Chicago was the third best regular season performance in the 40 years since Basketball Reference began reliably tracking the stat, behind only Kobe's unforgettable 81-point outburst and a 69-point, 18-rebound effort from Michael Jordan back in 1990. But there are no qualifiers or caveats on the fact that Mitchell's 99 points created, which comprises points scored and points from baskets assisted on, is the second highest single-game mark ever, behind only Wilt Chamberlain's indelible 100-point game in 1962. Additionally, Mitchell is now the only player in NBA history with 70-plus points and double-digit assists in a game. I could go on forever listing all the historical distinctions that Mitchell earned, but long story short, it was a uniquely dominant showing from Spida, and it was also a microcosm of how his first season in Cleveland has gone. By virtually every meaningful metric, the three-time All-Star is having the best offensive season of his career. Even before his outburst against the Bulls, he was boasting a career high in points per game, and he's doing it with unprecedented efficiency. As of this writing, Mitchell is rocking career bests in field goal percentage, three-point percentage, and free throw percentage, good for a true shooting percentage that ranks in the top 15 in the NBA among players averaging 30 or more minutes per game. Or, put another way, Mitchell's true shooting percentage this year is higher than Steph Curry's career mark. Steph Curry! The biggest and most impactful improvement has been in his three-point shooting, where Mitchell ranks in the top 20 in the NBA despite attempting more than 9 threes per game. In fact, he's on track to join Curry as the only players ever to shoot better than 41% from deep in a season while averaging more than 9 attempts per game. And in addition to his much improved stroke from downtown, Mitchell has also never been more efficient in scoring at the rim or on short mid-range attempts. Ultimately, those improvements have turned him from one of the game's better scorers into one of the game's elite scorers. Through January 3rd, Mitchell is averaging almost 129 points per 100 shot attempts, putting him in the 95th percentile. Never before in his career has he been higher than the 76th percentile in that department. And while shooting like Steph Curry may not be sustainable, Mitchell's breakthrough has nevertheless been a huge part of Cleveland's reemergence. After taking a meaningful step forward last year, the Cavs have only built on that progress this season, with the recently acquired Mitchell as their primary offensive weapon. As the halfway point of the 2022-2023 campaign nears, the Cavs are not only well on their way to snapping their 4-year playoff drought, but they boast the second best net rating in the NBA. Along the way, Mitchell has earned back a lot of the goodwill he lost with his uninspired showing last year in Utah's first-round playoff loss to the Dallas Mavericks, a showing that ultimately played a not insignificant role in getting him shipped from Utah to Cleveland in September. But now, with this iconic 71-point performance, the evidence continues to mount that Mitchell has found a new gear in Cleveland and that he may be the key to the Cavs' present and future. But what say you? Will the Cavs ultimately put together a deep playoff run with this new and improved Mitchell? And where does his 71-point explosion rank on the list of all-time single-game performances? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. As always, we appreciate you. We'll see you next time.